Guess how long it took to create these advanced looking motion graphics? 30 minutes? An hour and a half? Well, it was all less than 1 minute each. From the idea to the prompt to getting the final result, that's how long it took me. And as a video editor and motion graphics designer myself, I'm genuinely kind of terrified of what this tool is capable of. It understands users' expectations very well. It's really on par with the video editing industry. I mean, it knows how to differentiate video editing styles, what characterizes them, and so much more, which we're gonna get into right now. It's called Hera. Let's go ahead and click create now. Once you log in, you'll be able to watch the demo, but I'm the teacher here today, so no need for that. You can also explore the templates. We'll dive deeper into that later on, but spoiler alert, you can create your own templates, which is super cool. Okay, we'll talk about templates later on. For now, let's go back. Here at the bottom, you've got a text box to describe your motion graphics, kind of like ChatGPT but on steroids. You can also tell Hera to get inspired from a particular image you upload, add some custom SVGs if you want vectors, and even import a CSV file that would contain data to create a graph. At the top, you can change the duration of the animation from as short as 5 seconds to as long as 60 seconds. You can change the aspect ratio to fit your needs. You can also adjust the background color of the animation once it's already generated, and you can also edit the positioning of objects within your motion graphic. Alright, everyone is waiting for it. Let's put this to the test, guys. We're going to recreate 3 viral style animations. Let's say 2 from Vox and 1 from Iman Gadzhi. Then, after we do so, we'll check out the templates that Hera offers, how they work, and how you can create your own. Let's start off with the first animation from Vox. Number 1 will be an animation from Vox. For example, this is a very simple animation where there's just a blog post and some text is underlined. I'm not going to be recreating that animation because it's too simple, but in that case, you can just use the templates in Hera, which we'll go back to this later, but there's actually a template that replicates this really closely, and here you can notice that there's this yellow highlight effect, which is very common in Vox's videos. The first motion graphic we'll recreate is something like this, very simple, but it would take some time to create in After Effects. What I'm actually going to do now is I'm just going to take a screenshot of this, and I'm just going to use the function in Hera where you can upload an image right here. You can see I attached it right here, and I'm just going to tell Hera to animate it in a specific way. Make the circle graph expand from 0 to entirely completed. Make sure that the text on the sides is introduced in the form of a typewriter effect. Now, if I hit submit, and okay, this is the final result, you can see that there's some slight error with this circle. It doesn't fit entirely, and so if I wanted to, I could tell Hera to fix this for me by describing follow-up changes. Alternatively, I could use the edit function and just make this a little smaller so that it fits within this area. And now if I block this, okay, I think I'm going to change the duration because it's quite long. If I change it to 5 seconds, it's going to be faster. That was really simple and quick, but that's pretty much how this tool works. It's simple and quick and accurate. Now I'm just going to hit export 720p because 1080p and 4K is for pro users. I've got the basic plan, so let's just stick with that. Yeah, these are basically your export options. MP4 works, 30 FPS. Let's just hit export. And now I've got it on my computer. Wait, guys, you can get 75% off your first month using Hera with the code OSCAR. That's right. And if you're not sure yet, you can create an account and generate 10 motion graphics completely for free. Okay, now let's move on to the second animation from Vox. Hera is also really good at creating graph animations, so I've actually found this graph in that same video actually. I'm going to make a screenshot, so I've attached that graph image right here, but I'm actually going to ask Hera to maybe input some different values. So animate this graph, growth from beginning to end, inflation in the United States, 10 years, curved and aesthetic, smooth. Also get inspired from the attachment, yellow square, the inflation peak. So this is the result. That's a little too quick, I think, and the inflation peak, okay. So a little bit slower. Make sure that the text is upper part of the box so it does not interfere with the graph. Okay, the inflation peak box is better. Make the growth animation slower. Yeah, it is a little bit junky in this area, but still I think that would make for a great animation in a YouTube video. Now let's do the Iman Gadzhi animation. Next animation will be from the one and only Iman Gadzhi with his breakthrough editing style throughout the past 2 years maybe. He's been changing the game, so to say, or rather his editors have been. And this is the animation we're going to recreate with Hera. So I'm just going to go full screen. Let's just create a screenshot because that's the easiest method to recreate somebody's animation. Okay, so now Hera has the image attached. I'm going to change the duration to 15 seconds. And I'm going to tell Hera to, first of all, replicate this animation. Make each box slide up one after the other, slowly and smoothly. Change the content of what's inside the boxes to, let's say, time, money, and financial assets. Adjust the icons accordingly to that. And let's just hit submit. Okay. Please use icons from the Apple iPhone emoji library. It doesn't really work. So we've got this Apple emoji list. So here are the emojis for time. I'm just going to use this one. For financial assets, let's use this one. It's really similar to the one that Hera used right here, but still it's a little bit different. And for money, I'm just going to use this one. Okay, I've got all of these three imported. Hit enter. As you can see, creating animations with Hera is super quick. Sometimes you might need to tweak things a couple times, but the effort and time required to create animations with Hera is nothing compared to doing it manually in After Effects. But there's something that will make your workflow with this tool even more stable and straightforward: templates. Basically, each time you create an animation and you like it, you can save it and use it as a template in the future. All those 3 viral style animations we created today, I've saved as templates and shared it with you in the link in the description so that you can go and check it out yourself. The same goes for public templates, which are getting better and better as the Hera community grows. Let's try to recreate this super cool map animation I found in the public templates library on Hera. Okay, so this is the templates tab on Hera. We can go to public templates or we can go to your templates. I don't have any of my templates saved currently, but if you go to public templates, you've got loads to choose from, okay? And here, something that you'll find is that map animation I was talking about. In order to make my own version of this animation, I'm just going to click use this template. So first of all, I want this animation to be a little shorter, so I'm just going to turn down the duration. And second of all, I want a different country, so please do the same but for India. And this is the result it gave us. I'm also going to request it to add a shadow behind the red border. I asked it to add a shadow behind this, and yeah, definitely there is a shadow behind this red border, which added depth. Really cool. Please add a zoom in effect so that at the beginning the entire planet is visible. It actually did a really good job. Plus, it removed the background. Remember, check out the instructions down below to get your 75% off your first month using Hera. And if you perhaps find this video interesting, make sure to check it out. I'm sure you'll learn something new.